guys, Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Welcome to the video, guys. Hopefully it finds you all doing well today. The top 3 decks you have to try after the balance changes that just went live today at this time of this recording. First off, it's been a few days. How you guys been? I've been fantastic. It was like 0-degree weather here over the weekend in Boston, actually way well below that Fahrenheit. And you know what we did? We went outside. We did what we should not do. Me and my son should probably, or at least the meteorologist on TV would advise you not to do. We went outside. We actually went to the beach of all places, and we had a blast, man. If you're feeling down and out, first of all, send us some love, some positive vibes your way, but maybe go and just put your devices away, turn everything off, and just walk in nature. Take a deep breath. It sounds corny, but I guarantee it will help. Feel the power of the waves in the ocean if you're near the coastline. And most importantly, guys, if you're going through something, some love your way, just know that you'll get through this. You have the power over your mind, not outside events. You have the power to choose how you feel at any given moment. Realize this, and you will find strength from the philosopher king, Marcus Aurelius. Anyway, guys, we have the balance changes. In case you forgot about him, we have the monk. He's going to receive a buff, the firecracker buff, archers buff, goblin giant buff, knight buff, rocket nerf, phoenix nerf, log nerf, Archer Queen, nerf. Watch list, Royal Giant, Lightning, and Monk, Firecracker. Okay, so they have a watch list. Interesting. A watch list of cards they might further balance. Anyway, guys, I have 3 amazing decks picked out for you. Let's go ahead and jump right into the arena. All right, guys, so the first one is the Goblin Giant Sparky deck. I really like this deck, and even though the Phoenix is in here too, I don't care. I think Phoenix is still going to be super strong, even with the nerf. By the way, if you missed all of the actual details, we went through those balance changes really quickly. Go ahead and check out the post. I'll leave a link to that in the description below for you guys. So it's a brand new season here, so we're pushing up on the arenas and the ladder. So we're only here in League 3 right now, but we have to push up, right, at the beginning of the season. How do you guys do? I got so close to Ultimate Champion at the end of the season last season. I'm guaranteed I'm going to get there this season playing Golem decks, which is going to be my bread and butter. So we're going against, Hog Rider. We're just going to go ahead and place the Phoenix against the Valkyrie. And this is what you'll find a lot of, guys, unfortunately, is spamming the bridge or incredibly aggressive play. The trick is when you run into people like this is just taking it super slow. And I like going super passive. Now, I could have pushed into that wizard with, you know, a Goblin Giant or a Sparky. But with a deck like this, I like getting to double elixir time, man. That's what I like doing, right? Let's just snowball these Dark Goblins a little bit late there, but we'll mitigate most of the damage. I do have to respond to this. He has a Hog Rider in hand. I'm just going to start a Dark Prince in the back. That way it kind of, well, it does this. He actually got the Hog Rider a little bit before, but either way, he won't get much damage. Hopefully this Hunter will stay alive, and he barely does. He barely does. So with the Goblin Giant getting a buff, the Spirit Goblin's actually got a buff in his little knapsack, his backpack there, which makes absolutely no sense. Why are Spirit Goblins better when they're in the backpack? Maybe it's that height advantage. Maybe it does make all the sense in the world. So my man's running Executioner and Wizard. But what I haven't seen out of this dude is a big spell. I'm just gonna go with a Phoenix here. Maybe just did he just fireball my my Goblin Giant? Maybe I'll be able to tank for that egg. Probably not here, as it turns out. Yes, actually, it works out great. And the Spirit Goblin's helping. It doesn't work out great, man. But not too bad. Not too bad. So we don't have to worry about all of these minions in the minion horde. We can take a tiny bit of damage, not the end of the world. Again, we're going to go with a Hunter here on defense. And we're going to set up, it's double elixir time, ladies and gentlemen. He has no spell to worry about here, even though we have the damage disadvantage here. We don't care, man. We don't care. We don't care. We are going to be A-okay. So we're going to go with a Goblin Giant. I want him to give me some nice lightning value, and he sure does. This is going to be fantastic. Let's get rid of this crap. And sorry, guys. And also go in with the whatever. So we take care of the Executioner. We're going to go ahead and let that die. We're going to go ahead and play a Hunter here. And we're going to go ahead and protect that Hunter a little bit with the Barb Barrel. We really can only afford 1 or 2 more Hog Rider hits, but my man's being so aggressive here that I think I'm just going to go in with the Goblin Giant without the Sparky, and then we're going to lightning down whatever he throws at us here, which is going to be a Valkyrie and a Wizard. We do get that Goblin Giant barely to the tower, and with 4 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be GG's. There we go. So not a perfect match. My man was really, really aggressive on the opposite end. The key is when you're going against aggressive players, especially after season reset, you kind of want to just be fairly passive, but you do have to keep an eye on your tower's health. Frankly, that tower got a little bit lower than I'm comfortable with, but either way, we came away, with the victory. Not this deck. This is the deck that I'm playing. Don't make fun of this next deck, guys. Don't make fun of it. It's not the Jason deck for anybody who was around back in those days. It's not a noob Arena 3 deck or whatever arena these cards are available at, guys. It's actually a quite balanced, free-to-play friendly, pretty cool deck, right? It's called the Duo deck. I just named it that, but the reason behind it is because we have two of kind of everything we need in this deck. It would be, at first glance, it's a beginner deck, but it's actually really, really strong. And again, we saw a buff to several cards in the deck, specifically archers. I'm really, really strong on archers. I could have played 2.9 Expo or anything Expo, but I thought I would play this deck because I think this deck is slept on. We have the Giant and we have the Knight, right? Two tanks, a big tank and a small tank. And then we have two range air targeting cards, the archers who were just buffed and the trusty musketeer. And then we have a tank stopper in Mini P.E.K.K.A, another tank stopper in minions, and then we have two spells. We have a small spell in arrows, but targets air, and we have a big spell in fireball that also targets air. So again, we kind of have two of everything that we need. This is a very forgiving deck, meaning that if you have a card out of cycle, you usually have another one that does the same thing or serves the same utility in this deck. All right, here we go, guys. I love archers. I'm glad they buffed him. Even though a lot of people are like, dude, why did they buff archers? They were already so good, blah, blah, blah. And you notice that there, that first... Now, I'm going to be patient here, though. Not going to go in. I'm not going to go with a giant at the bridge, anything crazy like that. We're going to go with a musketeer in the back instead. Easiest way you can lose a match, not just with this deck, but really with any deck, right, is by being super crazy aggressive. So my man's going to go ahead and use that queen ability, but it was a little bit too late. I'm just going to go with the Mini P.E.K.K.A on defense. Again, as we say with basically all the decks, that we're going to be showing certainly today, is we're on kind of a, a little bit of early, what do you want to call it here? We're on a little bit of reconnaissance, I guess, early on, right? And we don't want to overdo anything. We want to be very disciplined here and react, basically reacting. And again, this goes with the majority of Clash Royale decks. We want to see what they're playing, If we overcommit with not knowing what the opponent has, not going to be good for us, right? So he's going to go with the poison. You probably saw there that was kind of on purpose, trying to get those archers in the same lane to get that poison out of hand. Now we can go in with the... oh, wait. What happened there, man? Did the miner take out my Valk? That was not... excuse me, my... not my Valk, my Muskie? Well, that wasn't on purpose, but it's either way. We're not going to waste our arrows here, not in single elixir time. Even though we have the damage deficit here, it's not the end of the world at all. We still just want to react and just kind of be cool here, right? We haven't shown the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Let's go with a Knight in the back. And my man's, if he's going to be on me, let's give it right back to him because we're going to smoke him here. We are going to smoke him. Going to pop his balloons, right? Let's go with a Mini P.E.K.K.A in the back. What is the most annoying? Maybe the old school laughy face or something? I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and set up some archers over here. See if he's going to want to go with the high poison. We're just going to take that value here. We're also going to arrow. Get rid of that queen entirely. And let's give him the old Inferno. Ooh. Dude, you see that poison, man? He put it so far back. That was ridiculous. It's okay. Let's go with a giant in the back. I'm ready to punish this dude. So now we have about 30 seconds left in the match, give or take. Gonna go with the minions in the back. We do have to keep in mind that he does have that queen. So what we're gonna do is, similar to last time, we really want... Okay, we can get the archers on that right now. We really want to fireball arrows again on that queen. Just take her down. Just take her down. We're going to go ahead and get a Mini P.E.K.K.A down against the miner. We don't get the giant to the tower, but we know everything he's playing now. And we're sitting in not a bad spot. It might not look great, but we are in a pretty good position here. I'm just going to go with a Knight in the back. We're going to take down that Valkyrie nice and easy here. So in this situation, we don't have to use anything too crazy. He does go with the very early poison. I don't like that move at all. We're going to really attack him here. Let's wait. We're going to go with a knight too. Extra protection. And we are going to have a musketeer here ready at the bridge. We don't have a lot of health, but we have a knight, right? We don't have a lot of health on our giant, I should say. But we do have a knight at the ready. So a knight's going to tank for the musketeer, the archers, and, well, everything else. And we go ahead and we win. We'll give him the well played, well played, well played. Thanks. All right, that might be the first time in 7-8 years now that I BM'd on the channel, but, you know, he was asking for it, right? He was asking for it. So we beat him with an Arena 3 deck. Listen, the biggest thing on that deck, guys, and I didn't even do a great job at it, was stupid musketeer in the poison, blah, 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 but just being very, very, very disciplined, okay? If you're not disciplined, if you're too aggressive, if you know that's one of your faults as a player, that you're too aggressive by nature, probably not the deck for you. All right, here we go, guys. It's going to be our Monk deck with the Firecracker. Monk Firecracker. We have the Phoenix again. I still think Phoenix is going to be strong. We have cycle cards. I still think Log is going to be totally cool. And we have Royal Hogs as well. I really like this deck, guys. It's a pretty fast 3.1 cycle with the champion in it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. The only champion deck that I am sharing with you guys, but I had to include one with the newly buffed Monk, and boy, did he need it. All right, so let's see. He goes Lava. Not great. So we're going to have a Lava matchup. So we're just going to cycle basically immediately. He's going to use his arrows, which is actually good. We can go with our Firecracker. We do have to be careful if he has a Miner. He's actually going to go with a Fireball, too. So he uses all of his spells. We're just going to go with a Phoenix here and see what he does at the bridge. Going to be Johnny on the spot with the Monk here. He has his spells out of hand, which is kind of cool. We're going to go ahead and drop this Monk to tank a little bit for the Phoenix. And because he has nothing in hand, we're going to go right in with the Royal Hogs. Gonna go ahead and activate the Monk ability as well. He has Skarmy. Of course he has Skarmy. He goes in with a Phoenix of his own, but my Phoenix is actually putting in work there. We get a little bit of damage. We're gonna kill the skeletons vis-a-vis the Phoenix, I hope. Yep, we do. And this Phoenix we can just ignore. But my man has arrows and Fireball, which I don't really love. I'm gonna go Goblins here, see if he'll use the spell, which of course he doesn't. I'm going to cycle a Log. I'm also going to cycle an Earthquake because, of course, neither Log nor Earthquake are going to help us out at all in this matchup. Going to go ahead and use Royal Hogs, hopefully get a Fireball out of his hand because this is a tower trade scenario. And I'm not feeling too good, honestly, guys. Phoenix is just going to be Fireballed. Going to go with a Firecracker over here. And we're going to Log, but I'm not feeling good about this one. Phoenix dies. We Log there, but we don't have enough air support. Really the worst matchup for this deck, Lavaloon. I'm not going to cut it. I show you the wins, I show you the losses, right? But we weren't in a great position with arrows against arrows and Fireball. Tombstone Skarmy. So what we can do here is set up with like one Desperation Monk push. Well, I don't mind that. I'm actually just going to go for a Phoenix here. Get rid of the Tombstone first. I'm going to surround the Monk with some support units. Going to go with another Phoenix. And we're going to go ahead and use that Monk ability. He has Fireball in hand. We really want him to use that Fireball on something other than our Royal Hogs. He finally does. It took him forever to do it, which sucks. But here we go. We're going to have Earthquake at the ready. He's going to probably Skarmy this, so let's see if we can get it down. And we do. And, hey, we're going to get that tower down here, guys. So, again, he wastes his Skarmy as well, which is really cool. We're going to go with a Monk in back. He goes with a Phoenix on defense. All of a sudden, I'm feeling a little bit better here. Going to go with a Firecracker to get one of his spells out of hand. And we're just going to go with an Ice Spirit to kill the Phoenix. So he uses his arrows. We're going to go ahead and do this. Oh, man. Did you guys see that Phoenix hatched? That sucked. We're going to go with an Earthquake here. Log as well. Of course, he does have Fireball, but we get a little bit of damage there with the Firecrackers. So again, we're going to keep putting the pressure up. We don't want him to drop a Lava Hound, and you know this guy's dying to drop that Lava Hound, isn't he? Going to Earthquake here. It's going to be a lot late. I was going to say a little late, and then I took a look at how bad we were looking there. So we're going to go ahead and Firecracker again. We are going to keep going with the Royal Hogs because my man is, he's fearsome, right? So my man has Skarmy in hand. He fireballs as well. We're going to go ahead and Earthquake this. And guys, it's going to be a victory. Look at that. That's a way to finish off the video, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I even thought that I lost at the end, but I was going to give you. You guys knew it. You guys knew it. I'm like, I don't cut losses here, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, that's going to do it for the video. Check out all 3 of these deck links in the description below. I love you guys. Care about you guys, especially, again, if you're going through something right now, just know that you will get through this. Things will get better. Remember, Marcus Aurelius. Again, guys, thank you for watching till the end. And as always, take care, guys.